technology. I'm Sue Jacobs, Personal Style Wardrobe and Image Consulting is my company. Thank you so much for being here, whether you're watching this on replay or you are catching it live. I appreciate you being here. What I am going to talk about is something that, again, I have seen happen with my clients. And this week, actually, it wasn't this week, it was last week, one of the women I was working with online, we were doing a closet edit, a wardrobe edit, so getting rid of some things that she's not really sure, doesn't want them anymore for winter. And there became a little bit of some dissonance in the conversation. And I just said, okay, I'm feeling that you're really not wanting to get rid of certain things. So let's focus in on that. Now, why do I think it's important to edit your wardrobe? I feel that it's really good for all of us to know what is in our wardrobe. What do you already have? Because we forget. We all know that we have favorites. We choose some things based on familiarity, and that's okay. However, it's really quite enlightening to figure out and get back in your closet or your bins and see what you actually have. So I do want to say that what is the benefit? Why? Because this is a task that many women initially hire me because they don't want to do it by themselves. I get it. It is and can be daunting, but it's also on the other side of that, it is empowering. You will feel like you can exhale. You will feel lighter. You will feel, yes, empowered. You will feel that you're now more familiar with what feels good to you, what's looking attractive to you, what you really have moved away from. And that's a good thing because as women, especially, we tend to change with what's going on in our lives, our mood, our families. So that is going to be duplicated in your wardrobe and the two should meet, because if you've evolved and your wardrobe hasn't, that's a whole other live video. Okay, so, and the other thing about going into your closet, you will feel like you have been shopping. Truth, it is true, because you're going to rediscover items that you forgot you had and or forgot that you liked. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. I love that you're here. Okay, so why now? Here's what I want to say to you, and I'm saying it to everyone I'm working with and even people I'm not working with. Why not? You have the time. We have the time. Let's not put off anything. Why would we? If you're at home, working from home, kind of working from home, not working at all, this is a good time to do some of these exercises. We have done them in this house. Kind of annoying, not the closet editing, but other annoying little tasks that you look at it and you see, oh yes, I should do that. I should go through those photo albums, but you just don't. So this is what I'm saying. Let's just say do it. Okay. But the focus of this video is on editing, but it's in a very specific niche area of editing. And this is because of what happened with my client last week. And we got to the bottom of it. So I wrote down what I did with her. And here's what I would like you to think about. I want you to think about those pricey items that are in your wardrobe that you're not wearing. Now, pricey is going to be different from one person to another. It could be a $40 t-shirt. It could be that t-shirt that was $300. So whatever that is to you, that's the focus of this editing process. And it's good because you don't have to go through your entire wardrobe. But I want you to, if you're buying into this, and I hope you do, then I want you to focus on those items that have been a little more pricey. Can be shoes, could be handbags, it could be a scarf, or it could be your mainstay clothing. Because if you're not wearing those expensive items, I think it's good for you to know why. And if you aren't wearing them and you have no desire to wear them, and this is outside of the lockdowns and the moving away from lockdowns. We're not considering that because that isn't the norm. And I hope not. So what I want you to think about is the practicality of it all. Um, so here's what you have to do. You have to get in your wardrobe and look for those things. So your criteria is more expensive items. So you're going to be flipping through, oh yeah, this, pull it out, lay it on your bed or hang it somewhere so that they are easily visible. And I want you to start by, in your head, ask yourself the question, okay, do I still love it? If you love it, great. If you don't, and if you don't even like it, this exercise stops there for that item. Put it aside and you can donate it or you can sell it. We'll talk about the selling benefit later. Okay, so if you love it, good, move forward. Here's what else you're going to ask yourself. Okay, I can love it, but does it serve me now? I don't mean now in this immediate sense, because in this area of the world, we are in a semi-lockdown. So what I mean is it who you are? Does it resonate with who you feel you are at the moment? In the last while, we've all done a refresh and a reboot. And if it isn't resonating with you and your personal style, then that's something to think about. That goes in a separate pile where you're going, well, I'm not sure. I don't really think it's me, although I like it. Okay. And here's the next part. You have to try it on because here's the thing. We all, yeah, I love it. I really like it. I'm going to wear it. Try it on. That's going to be telling. If it fits you, that's great. Look in the mirror, front, side, back, and then make that decision and be honest. And remember, this is only those expensive items that you're not wearing. So you want to figure out why. I know what will happen. You're going to find some things I like this. Why wasn't I wearing it? Why have I forgotten about it? So this is the point of this exercise. Okay, I want you to pay attention to fit. Does it fit you? Is it too big? Is it too big in the shoulders? Are the sleeves too long? Is it too tight in the bust line? Are the pants, say, or the skirt too long? Is the hem falling down? Pay attention to those things. Can you fix it? Is it going to be worth the investment if you need to farm it out to have a tailor work on it? I want you to think about, is this item dated? Are you going to put it on and someone will say, oh, wow, you're sporting the 90s. If that's something that you like, that's okay. But if it needs to be relevant to you now. I don't mean, is it in style? I mean, is it dated? There is a difference because you're going to see a lot of styles this fashion year, that are coming back. I mean, platform shoes. Wow. Wedges. Good grief. Fringe, everything. We're back to the 80s. So that's not the point. I'm saying, do you feel dated? Do you feel old? Do you feel been there, done that? If so, that's going to get moved out. You're not going to keep it because when you put it on, you're not going to feel good. And I want you to feel good. This is a whole feel good exercise. Okay. You can donate, as I said, sell, and leave the tags on. If you have items that have tags on them and you're going to take it to resale, leave the tags on. That's great. Okay. Ask yourself, okay, here's this piece. It doesn't work for me at all. It doesn't fit me. I don't even love it. Why? If you're struggling to put it in that pile, to let it go, what is that about? And I want you to think about that. Is it because of the cost? Okay, so if that's a factor, hey, I get it. Trust me. Jeans that I have that are $300, I did this a year ago, and they had been in the pile because of the price. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to wear them. They're going to work. Here we are. Good intentions, but it was the price. It was a lot of money. However, this is the next question I want you to ask yourself, which I had to do. How is it benefiting me to keep that item? Is it serving me well? So, and you do have to be really honest and you have to be invested in this, because if you can't come up with an answer, it needs to go in that donate or sell pile, because here's the truth. It's not serving you well. It's hanging in your closet, getting older, and someone else could be enjoying it, someone of a different decade who will put it on and not feel, if this is an older item, they will feel like they're wearing vintage clothing and it will work for them. Also, you can think about, what am I going to do with the money that I'm going to make by taking it to a resale shop? Oh, I'm going to get those fabulous pumps that I've wanted, or I'm going to buy that leather jacket. So those are the ways to shift your thinking if you can part with the item, because having things around us that are not purposeful or intentional, that you can't wear, that remind you of the amount of money that you spent on them, as if you're not going to wear them, need to be gone. And when I got rid of 5 pair of jeans, I had to hurry up. I put them in a pile, I got them in the car, and that's it. Off I went, because that's a lot of money. I needed to move beyond that and just think, it's okay. I'm not wearing them. They're sitting here. Someone else will love them, and someone else did love them. Okay. So, and I think it's kind of fun to think about, what are you going to use that money for when you sell your items? Okay. So here's else you can pat yourself on the back and do this. So then you have some items that you do love and you're wearing them, that are more that in that category. Give yourself a pat on the back. Wear them and keep wearing them. It doesn't matter where you're going. Just put them on, and you can dress them down if there's something dressy. If you love it, we should be wearing those items often. Okay. And I kind of think I'm on this permission thing gig where I feel like we need to give ourselves permission to let it go. It's okay. Oh my gosh, where's the judge and jury? Nowhere. We are, and we're stone critics. So move it out and feel lighthearted, energized, and feel better, and knowing that you're going to have benefited someone else's life. Okay. I want to show you something that I did this exercise because after working with my client, I always like to kind of say, well, do you know what? I am probably guilty of that as well. So I dug around in my purse collection, and you know, I'll show you what I found that I haven't been using. And I still do go out. I mean, I go out some places, not very often. But this is a bag that I actually loved. And I bought it secondhand. So but it was still a more expensive purchase. But it had fallen into the back of where my purses are lined up. And I forgot about it. So I have been using it lately. So this is what I'm saying. It's like, okay, out of sight, out of mind. Great. I'm going to use it because I love it. And it still works for me, my style, personality. It's casual with an updated vibe. It's always going to be classic, but depending how I style it, it works for me. Now, here's something that was in my closet that probably was price related, that it was still there, and I like the color. It's a burgundy bag. It's a Lamb. Lamb is the brand. You remember maybe Gwen Stefani had a clothing line a while back. And I love the color. You can see the details. Nice big oversized zipper. And it also has the crossbody strap. So handbag and crossbody. And this is the back of the handbag. And I love the color, but you know what? This is going to the secondhand store. I'm going to resell it because I'm just not feeling it. And it's been there too long before the pandemic, and I was not using it. Someone will love this handbag. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'm not going to feel bad. It's time. And I know someone's going to love that purse. So we all get into those situations. Another thing I will say to you that I'm reacquainted with is this skirt. And it's like, my goodness, this was an expensive purchase. And you may say, well, what are you going to do with that now? I will tell you, I love skirts, and you can dress these down with a little sweatshirt, and this is a navy blue. So I plan to wear this with my navy blue sweatshirt. I have an off-white one with a tie here and navy blue leotards and boots. So this is the thing. I had forgotten about that because I'm not dressing up every day like I would have been 2 years ago, going out with clients mostly every day. But I like wearing knits. I like skirts. This is something I will wear when I'm on a Zoom because it's comfortable. You won't see it. I'll feel good in it. And that's the point. So this entire little tip is a little bit of a different slant in terms of editing. So as I said, I hope you can get into your closet, replay this, and think about some of the questions I asked you to ask yourself, and please give yourself that another permission slip to let it go so that you feel good with everything in there. You're acquainted, you're reacquainted with some of your wardrobe, and you're going to use them again. And again, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like, whoops, I went shopping and I found a new skirt that isn't new. But that's the feel. So, and I do want to mention before I get off that my wardrobe challenge will be starting January 27th, which is a Thursday. It is going to be at 7 p.m. Sorry for the discrepancy on the time. And I do have room for 2 more people. If you want information, message me. Let me know. It is going to be fun. 5 weeks of getting together, of empowerment, of sharing, and learning new things. So thank you so much. Don't forget to join me on Instagram under personal style consulting. I am doing reels, and they are actually getting a real lot of attention. See you next time. Thank you for being here.